Hi guys, so back again, story number 2. This one is also a special storybook from when I was little. I think I was 3 or 4, so I've had this one a really long time too. And this one was actually a gift from my Aunt Peggy. So it's a kind of a special one, and you might recognize some of the names in it if you're from my family. Or even if you're not from my family, you might have heard me talk about them. So here we go. The Mystery of Scented Mountain. This one is story and illustrations by Carol Howie Eldridge. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see everything. Laura was prepared for any mystery with her super duper detective kit, but first she had to find one. Laura played with her friend Matt early one morning and then began searching for clues. Laura hunted around her backyard at Namcrid Drive, peering through her special magnifying glass. As she looked closely at some large strawberries, she noticed that one of the strawberries was crying. "What's wrong, Miss Strawberry?" Laura asked. "The mean old nose monster sniffed all our sweet smells and took them away," sobbed the strawberry in a small voice. "We are large and ripe and ready to eat, but no one will want us now." "I'm a detective, and I can help you with my super duper detective kit," Laura said. "Where does this nose monster live?" Miss Strawberry looked hopeful. "Well, he lives near Fort Adams Preschool," she answered. "May I come too?" "Well, of course you may," Laura agreed, and off they went. Just beyond Fort Adams Preschool, Laura noticed a sheet of gingerbread men cooling on a window ledge of a large yellow house. But there was no delicious scent. "Our special smells have been stolen," cried one gingerbread man. "Now we're just ordinary cookies." So, the gingerbread man joined Laura and Miss Strawberry in their search for the missing scents. When they entered the enchanted woods, they all knew that the nose monster had been there before them. The lovely tree smells were missing. A nice little evergreen tree led them to Rainbow Bridge, where the nose monster had last been seen. And look, here they go. There's Mr. Fir Tree, Gingerbread Man, and there's Rainbow Bridge. Off we go. Suddenly, they heard scampering footsteps. "Oh no," they moaned, and took deep breaths and held their noses. "Don't be afraid," called the little skunk. "The nose monster has stolen my scent, and I'm helpless without it." Laura and her new friends heaved a sigh of relief and asked Little Skunk to join them. Soon Little Skunk pointed and said, "Look, that's a scented mountain where the nose monster lives." Right there. Laura and her friends began to climb the steep, rocky mountain. As they neared the top, they discovered a pleasant aroma. Finally, they spotted a cave surrounded by large signs reading, "Keep out," and "Stay away," and "Do not enter." Oh, there they are. Laura was frightened now, and she wished that Matt, JP, and Maggie were there. But she had her super duper detective kit to help solve this mystery, and that was exactly what she was going to do. Slowly and quietly, the searchers crept into the cave. Look, there are all the signs. Inside, they found giant bookcases filled with hundreds of brightly colored jars. Each jar was labeled apple, bubblegum, candy cane, peanut butter, chocolate, rose, strawberry. Suddenly, they heard a sniffling sound and smelled a sweet orange scent. The strange sound became louder and louder, and the odor became stronger and stronger. They all quickly hid. Look at all these jars. So before we keep going, this was one of my favorite parts, is I would look at all the jars and see if I could figure out what they were, right? So, oh, you guys know what that one is. That's one of the ones we're looking for, right? Strawberry. Oh, and that looks to me, if you're from Rhode Island, if you're from Newport, you might recognize that fruit. That's the pineapple. Oh, well, that's not a favorite smell, but we all know what that one is, right? That little skunk. All right, let's keep going. Laura peeked from behind the corner of a bookcase and glimpsed at a funny little man with an enormous red nose. He was emptying orange smells into a jar from a tiny vacuum cleaner. See, there he is. Then he grabbed some tissue from his pocket and sneezed loudly. Laura was very frightened, but she was also very brave for a 4-year-old child. Stepping forward, she said, "You're not so big." "Harumph," roared the nose monster. "Why are you in my cave? Who are you?" Look how big his nose is. I bet you weren't even sure if that was his nose. It's so big and red, right? "I'm Laura Eckler from Middletown, and I came to help my new friends. They are very sad without their scents, and you're a very mean old man to have taken them." Laura reached into her super duper detective kit and pulled out a bottle of pepper. Then she shook it all around the room, up and down, until the nose monster was sneezing so badly that he sneezed all the jars off the shelves. Scents flew everywhere, and Laura's friends ran to catch their own scents as they came tumbling down. See, look, there's a little fir tree, gingerbread man, strawberry, and little skunk, all catching their jars. Suddenly, the nose monster sneezed a sneeze that was so gigantic it blew him across the room, where he landed with a thump. After a minute, he straightened himself up and started to sniff. He touched his enormous nose, which was no longer red. Thank you, he cried. "You finally rid me of my terrible cold. I haven't been able to smell anything for such a long time that I didn't want anyone else to be able to smell either. So I started stealing scents and I brought them here to Scented Mountain. Now I can finally smell again, and I have you, Laura Eckler, to thank." Look at all the tissues that fell out of his pocket when he blew across the room. That always made me laugh. Oh. Everyone cheered. Laura had solved the mystery of Scented Mountain and helped her friends find their scents. Now Miss Strawberry would be sweet, Gingerbread Man would be spicy, Evergreen would be fragrant, and Little Skunk, well, he would be happy to have his terrible scent again. The end. So, I hope you liked that one. We'll see what I choose next and send along. Let me know if you like them. Bye.